Chelsea and her cousins and Hayden were playing cricket in their back lawn with their dad's cricket set after their parents have left to do some shopping. They had already eaten all of the leftover pudding and turkey and all of their lollies from Christmas. Now they were playing a game of cricket in their backyard. It was Chelsea's turn to bat while Hayden bowled the ball. She smacked the ball far, far away past her lawn. Then everybody said, Chelsea. She looked down at the bat and saw that it was broken into 2 pieces, and she was holding half a piece of wood that had splinters on the edges. Chelsea had to come up with a solution fast, so they started to sing. Don't worry, I'm sure we can fix it. Oh, sure, said scoffed Bradley. One of my older cousins said, with what, a glue stick? He tried to sound if he didn't care, but she could easily catch the note of panic in his voice too. Hey, you guys, how about we use some of that really strong puffy stuff that Dad's got in the garage? I'm sure it will work. Plus, it's the same colour as the back. We'll use it to cover up the cracks so Dad will never know. Yeah, great idea, exclaimed Chelsea. Exclaimed Logan, another one of my cousins. Another one of my cousins. So we went to the garage, and after a bit of rummaging around, we found the puffy stuff and put some onto the smashed cricket bat. It took us about 15 minutes, and then we finally covered up all the cracks and let it to dry. I hope it gets fixed in time, said Logan. I'm sure we'll be okay. Alright guys, here's the plan, said Bradley. We've got 15 minutes before the grown-ups come back. We'll put the putty back in exact same position on the shelf as we found it. When we go back out the front and keep playing like it never happened. Try not to look guilty and definitely don't tell, said Bradley. When the grown-ups came back, they found Chelsea and her cousins and Hayden playing innocently in the backyard. Chelsea was feeling very guilty on the inside. She was busting to tell Dad all that had happened, but she knew the trouble she'd get into if she did. Instead, she put on a brave smile and carried on playing. Dad came over to me and fussed over the way I was bowling. I started praying that he wouldn't see the cricket bat. I breathed heavily and acted like nothing happened. After that, I was lucky enough to escape Chelsea was lucky enough to escape from getting told on because his dad didn't play with cricket bat the next day or the next day or the next day after that. In fact, he didn't play with his set ever again. So now Chelsea and her cousins use it instead.